What is going on, Wolfpack Savage here? Today's video is going to be extremely different. We ran into a hacker. Wow, who would have thought? Hackers in Warzone? No way, Savage, you're a lying son of a bitch. We spectate a hacker. At first, I'm kind of skeptical. I'm not really saying things. I'm looking at the camera all sideways like this may be a hacker. And then, of course, it ends up being one. So guys, sit back, relax, and let's spectate what a normal game of Warzone looks like. But if you enjoy the content, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel today, and without any further ado, go ahead and dive into this badass gameplay. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are spectating the first random squad of the match. Now, so far, it looks like it's a very lackluster start. Only a few of them have kills, and they are TV station area. I'm not sure exactly if we've already looted TV station. I'm gonna judge based off the fact that, I'm about to say, that there's no other objectives inside TV station, that there's possibly another team there. And lo and behold, we get a UAV called in at perfect timing, and now they're identified. So hopefully we as a squad can collapse on them and take them out. We do see light blue kind of moving away right now. Now, if they decide they don't want to mess with the guys at TV station, I'm for that. I personally hate going inside that bitch because you know damn well they're gonna be playing four corners and corner camping. The moment you walk through, you're gonna lose somebody. So you do have the option, if you want to take this fight, you can do so. Wouldn't be a bad idea. These are a lot easier buildings to push than this one, as well as being, well, two buy stations down there also. But whatever we got to do, we need to do it fast and together. And unfortunately, Alaire goes down by himself and he gets taken out because the enemies are too busy going for executes. We were able to get the knocks. Now let's not fall into the same habit because we know there's a third one. There were 3 bleeps on the UAV and we've only gotten 2 knocks. So we need to make sure we finish the fight. Great read by Leviste, going outside the building, changing his entire position and flanking the enemy from the left-hand side. Again, guys, like we saw right there, everyone was going for executes and every single person that went for an execute except for us got knocked. Remember to finish your fight, guys. The moment that an enemy goes down, and most of the time the teammates will try to collapse and help them out and or kill you. Make sure you finish the fight. I know I said that a lot in this one little sentence, but I'm telling you guys, finish it. Not sure what he was doing. There's really no lesson for that one. Just don't stand on a rooftop staring at nothing, especially when we know that there's an enemy team at red roof building. Actually, I'm sorry, it's not red roof anymore. Green roof building. Go prone. Oh my God. They are instantly pushing, bro. No time at all. So actually, I was wrong. They weren't at the building. They actually pushed us. As soon as we played up, we need to jump down there and try our best to collapse. We're not really sure exactly what's going on. We're kind of blinded right now. Unfortunately, our teammate that got knocked didn't ping anybody, and I would assume they don't have comms. But we do have 1 kill. That's all the enemies that we see so far. No footsteps. He may have pushed by himself. I wouldn't see why he would. Again, guys, I'm not against people splitting off by yourself if you're you know, good enough to 1v3, 1v4, but we have the enemy team on top of the rooftop with the glint. We need to start, guys, again, open your eyes. Stop staring at certain things. Allow your peripherals to work. There was clearly a guy on top of green roof, and I will show you here in case you missed it. So we need to go ahead and take that knowledge to our advantage and not come to this spot. It's going to be impossible for us to use this buy station because of that sniper. I wouldn't say impossible, but it's definitely not worth the risk. We have a vehicle we can get out of. I'm gonna be honest. Good job. We have Alaire flying in from the gulag right now. Notice how he pinged where the enemies are at. We need to start capitalizing off of this. We need to start capitalizing. Let's do something, man. Wait, what? Why does it say your boy's down? This game has the best glitches in the entire world. Imagine a game being out for a year and a half, still having dumbass glitches, still running into dumbass hackers, and nothing's ever being done about it. Imagine a company letting the world know that how much millions of dollars they've made and how many millions of players they're letting down. It's still not doing anything to fix their game. Holy shit. Couldn't be Activision. No way. All right. Well, anyway, Leviste sitting here, not really sure what he's doing. We're clearly in a fight. We need to go ahead and help our squad mates out. Orange should instantly diverge the moment these guys were in a fight. And you can't say they weren't communicating because they do have pings. Unfortunately, the enemy has Deddy, pushes up the back end on the staircase, and he goes down. So what we're seeing right here is just lack of teamwork. I mean, it's pretty simple and basic. Guys, look, there was no reason for him to be inside TV station. They just fought and killed everyone inside the TV station. Yes, there may always be somebody in that bitch, but if your teammates are in an immediate fight and you're relatively close, you need to work your way over there and help them out. But here we are spectating Barnes and his duo partner. Again, the guns in this game just don't have any recoil at all, and I'm not really sure why. So he's able to get the easy beam on the guy sitting on the rooftop. Also, guys, you need to start reworking on your reflexes, right? Your reaction time. The moment you get hit, you need to diverge off the rooftop you're on and run away. I mean, the moment that your screen lights up red because you got shot, you need to bail. It's weird how I can sit here and watch people get shot, and instead of moving, they just stand there and they start turning around. No, if you're in a vulnerable spot and you start getting shot at, get out of there, move. All right, so as we were driving up to this compound, we did notice there was an enemy running across the street. That's exactly what Burritcher is looking for. Not really a fan of our position right here. There may be another enemy on our left-hand side, and we're super tunnel vision right now on red building. Again, I have no idea what the situation in this area is like, but there was one enemy. I would imagine there may be two, maybe three, maybe four. All right, Birch are pushing up, trying to close the gap and hopefully knock this guy out again. Now, this is always going to be a bitch of a build in the push because of the staircase and ladder, but it's not impossible. Again, stuns are one of the best tools in the game. Utilize them to your advantage, guys. There's no reason why we can't win this fight. Now, look how he's like looking up. Look how he's looking up right now. So basically, this is not what you want to do. Because as we're around the corner, if he would have been sitting there waiting for us, we would have got blown away. This guy may have bailed off the rooftop. I'm not really sure. All right, great knock from the enemy. We do have the guy on the hill as well. We need to be careful, very, very careful of. As we were pushing across this building, we did get sniped from a guy on the hill. And I think that Bircher's already forgotten that. Waste of a stun. Waste of a stun. I respect what he's trying to do, but you're missing your stuns, my dude. But we're able to go ahead, slide cancel to them and close and absolutely knock them and get the double kill. Now here we are scanning the hilltop where we got sniped from earlier. All right, so remember when we shot the guy on the rooftop and he didn't move and I started talking about reaction time? Well, this is something you need to avoid doing so you don't get caught up like that guy did. We're just sitting here perfectly still, allowing all of TV station and all of the north side of the map to see us extremely easy. And if we get shot, where are we gonna bail off to? Is he adjusting his hacks? What are you doing, fam? What are you doing, bro? Enemy team gets the buyback. We need to do the same. There is a buy station next to us. There's multiple buy stations. And instead of going to the buy to get our squad mate back, we're just gonna go ahead and push into this 1v2, 1v3 possibly, for no reason at all. This is a huge... This is a selfish play. This is a very selfish play. And he may be cracked out and he may get all the kills, but at the same time, bro, you've got to be a good teammate. Y'all know what I'm thinking right now? Do y'all know what I'm thinking right now? All right, we have $5,200. We did get a 1v3 going on, and now again, time to buy back our squad mate. I don't care how good you are. What the hell? I'm gonna be honest, this guy may be walling. I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there in the universe. I'm pretty sure he's walling. The way he can just spot and know where enemies are at. No, I'm sorry. Let's just get a rewind of this real quick. And let's watch this back in slow-mo. I mean, look, notice he literally ADS is exactly where the enemy's at. Now, we can't really say aimbotting. He's taking his time with his shots. He may be. Who freaking knows? You can't even tell anymore. But I'm pretty sure this guy's walling 100%. That's why he's exactly able to track through the... I fucking hate this game, bro. I swear to God. Going back to our conversation of Imagine Activision. allowing players. Oh yeah, he's level 13. Savage, he's a level 13. Why didn't you see that before? I don't know, guys. I guess I just have too much faith in people. Fuck you, buddy. All right, Nelk. Hashtag I'm a bitch. Level 13 out here wall hacking and aimbotting. That was actually pretty funny, not gonna lie. That was actually pretty funny. And okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we have an official hacker running through the lobby. I mean, guys, this is why I don't play the game anymore. What about you? I mean, it's embarrassing at this point. Let's just spectate. Let's just spectate. We saw on the mini map there's an enemy up here relatively close, right around this area. So let's see if he spots him. He may have been floating in the air though. Nope, there he is. You saw him right there. Come on. Oh yeah. You saw a different one. Yeah, that's right. You can see shit I can't see. I forgot, brother. Yo, who am I to tell you how to play the game? You have way better game sense than me. Wow. Dude, he's 100% on his accuracy, is he not? All right, Blue's off in a fight. Who gives a shit about him? He ain't cheating. Let's talk about Nelk. Rocking 16 kills with 45 enemies left. This poor bastard stands no chance in hell. Another guy on the left-hand side. Can he ADS on him? Of course he can, because his scripts cost $29.99 at Wally World. We are getting sniped from the rooftop, though. Could this be the end? Could this be the end of your boy? Nope, he's bailing away. To safety. Now, look. I don't really know what to say. I feel like I need to compliment him for something, but I mean, come on, bro. No, this game, bro, this game. Oh my God. Does anybody else get heated when you see a cheater? I know I do. I get real heated. Oh yeah, dumb shit doesn't know you can't go up the mountain. Wow, weird. Imagine a cheater not having some basic game knowledge. You're leaving the rock of hard cover, kind of questionable, but then again, you do have the aim of a god. Oh my God, look at this. How does he read the enemy and know exactly what he's gonna do? Guy, this is game sense you just cannot teach right here. This is just, you can't teach this shit. You gotta buy it. You gotta buy it. All right, it's a 1v1 right now. I don't even know what to do right now. Do I do play-by-plays? Do I give tips? No, this video's botched, but we're gonna post it. We got a buy back over there at the buy station, the TV station as well. Here goes the self-res. Poor SOB doesn't stand a chance. Facebook Gaming. Rest in pieces, brother. You ran into a hacker. All right. Overall, I'd say as far as the enemies are actually playing relatively good, despite their losing. They're pushing the enemy together. They're playing as a squad. When they get no damage, they do push us and they stay near cover. You can't hate on the way that they're playing, regardless again of them losing. This is actually a decent lobby. I'm gonna be honest, it's not every day we get to spectate a hacker. I get killed by hackers all the time, but it's usually like end game. From beginning to end, this is very rare. We have a supply run marked. Oh my God, look at how it just snaps on the enemy, bro. Look at that shit. It's do you guys think that players like this actually go to bed at night thinking that they're good? Like, do you really think that? I know that most cheaters in the game think to themselves, well, if everyone's cheating, I'm going to as well. Plot twist, not everyone's cheating. You're just a giant piece of shit. Now, I'm curious to continue spectating him because normally cheaters, again, they lack common game sense. We've already talked about that. And I guarantee he's probably going to die in some crazy ass way, like getting run over or something stupid. He can't stun an enemy to save his life. We know that for sure. He's got one guy knocked. Oh, tracking through the, wow, the accuracy. Wow. Oh my God. He definitely, yo, your boy needs to get a refund on his aimbot. What? Yo, guys, imagine cheating and still fucking losing. Like, that's how bad his life is. Holy shit. Wow. All right, so here we are spectating the next team. Unfortunately, as much of a show as that was, we're now spectating the squad that's got not too hot of amount of kills or game sense. All right, so back to the tips and tricks and just basically commentating and seeing what the hell happens. We do have the circle rotating over here to Superstore. That's a given. So we need to go ahead and get our ass over there. Again, teams that like to play the edge in situations like this, not all situations, but in this specific one, you run a huge risk of getting shot by multiple teams also doing the same strat, playing the edge and getting pushed across. So by the time you guys get to the ravine, you may run into your fate, and or a sweaty team that's doing a pinwheel motion, trying to clean up all the guys playing the edge, not having any idea what they're doing. Also, even if we don't get into any fights with anyone over here, if we cross, we run a risk of getting gate kept. Not a huge fan of this position. We have an advanced UAV to go ahead and dictate us the path, the best path of least resistance. Let's see if they do so. We have 30 seconds till the circle moves in. I would not want to come here and contest this fight as of right now. I would go ahead and get safe first, get to the hill, and gatekeep these poor SOBs. Now, when you're on this hill, you got to be worried about this 4-man right here holding pockets, because they look like they're looking for people playing that hill. Let's see there. We're going to end up pushing this squad. Again, not a bad idea. It's up to you guys, but because of the amount of time left, I wouldn't risk it, especially if we, again, play this tit for tat bullshit. We end up having this long drawn out fight, and next thing you know, we're fighting the enemies, we're fighting gas, and then the guys over there that were waiting for us to gatekeep, they push up here because they hear our gunfights, and they end up gatekeeping us. All right, green making a move across, and maybe a little too late, assuming on how good this enemy team is. Orange very close to going down, gets knocked. Again, guys, don't want to piss off the enemies. If you're trying to move out safe, you got to go with one play or the other. Don't start fighting the enemies and then rotate, because I said to do it. First, avoid fighting the enemies, then rotate. Now that you've already pissed them off, you run a huge risk getting shot in the back. You're out in the open, you have very little cover. Not really the smartest play in the world. May work out, looks like it's going to. Still not a fan of it. Santi sitting in here, going right back, using his heartbeat sensor to identify an enemy. Go ahead and beam him. You know exactly where he's at. Why? The enemy on your heartbeat sensor literally told you he's to your right, and still you look straight. Guys, if you're going to use a heartbeat, use it right. It's a good tool. You just have to know how to use it. Line up that dot with the center of your screen and shoot the guy. Come on, man. Mackie going down, and wow, weird. We got shot by another squad sitting over here, gatekeeping us. Who would have thought, man? Holy shit. And just like that, one by one, this squad is going to get knocked, picked, third-partied, and blown through like it's nobody's business. Espacito going down, and Binder trying to make a run for it now. Binder seems to be clear, but again, I'm worried about guys sitting on the hill and here as well. There we have a squad peeking right there. Should be a headshot. We need this is the moment where your snipes have to be on point. You can't miss. And the option of just turning your back and running from the enemy, not a possibility. However, because someone else was shooting at them, that could have been our opening. But again, the team's gatekeeping us. They would have just cleared us out. That's exactly what happened. All right, but here we are with Chapman and Reek, who are trying to debate where to go. They're going to be landing on their loadout, it looks like. This is kind of a risky place to land. I'm going to be honest. Again, they don't know all the team's positionings, and we do. However, just knowing basic knowledge of people loving to camp on the apartments as well as people loving to camp here, we're in a vulnerable state. But we luck out somehow. People don't shoot us, and we move on. This is also a squad that went ahead and did the recon objectives, so they know where the couple final circles are at. So if they want, they can go ahead, post up, and start camping it if that's their decision. We got guys in the other building, followed the tracers. I don't know why he looked down to the east. We knew exactly where he got shot from. Again, guys, if you just follow the tracers, always follow the tracers. Now, Blue should know that his boy just died right there, and he should not go back to that loadout drop. If he does, he will die as well. And here we are holding our heartbeat sensor out. Nothing on heartbeat. We have enemies jumping off. Looks like he's pushing over there to get the loot. We might be able to, you might want to shoot him. Okay. Whoa! Shoot him, please! Come on, man. Come on, man. You should have got both those kills. Delayed reaction time, hesitation, just being scared. The moment you locked on him, we should have shot at him. Of course, by the time he's at the door, it was too late. But we would have had plenty of time to get the kill, especially with the gun we have. All right, the enemy clearly coming up the staircase. Now, this is something you don't want to do. Okay, never mind. I thought he was going to sit there and camp the doorway. Oh, maybe he is. This is never the best option because of sticky grenades, stun grenades, things like that. You can kill enemies sitting in this spot relatively easy, as long as, again, you just have decent reaction time. We will have the advantage. Oh, he's crouch walking. Never mind. Let's say we will have the advantage, but again, the enemy can always snap on us and get the kills. But because the enemy was crouch walking and just being terrified of life, it didn't work out. Now, guys, again, people always say savage. I love crouch walking because I don't want the enemy to hear me. Weird. Reek didn't hear him at all. And still we got the kill, right? Oh, so weird. Crouch walking doesn't work. Now, if you have ghosts on and you want to creep up the staircase, wait until you get closer to the top. There's no reason to crouch walk that whole entire way. That makes no damn sense. But as I'm going up the stairs, if I decide to crouch walk, which probably will never happen, I'm at least going to be scanning as I'm going up. So many mistakes made during that gameplay. All right, but we're moving on to Godoy and himself. Very risky jumping off. The moment I would have heard the enemy bailing to me, I would have instantly peeked that rooftop and blazed the shit out of him. We're able to get the kills in that situation right there. I would have been more confident staying out of my scope and getting a couple hit fires on them before I ADS'd. SMGs are really good normally, depending on the builds, but normally, no matter what build, they're really good at hip firing. And also, again, when you're ADSing, you're limiting your field of view. Luckily, the enemy walked right in front of our crosshair, but if he wouldn't have, if he would have been holding that angle, he would have been able to shoot us and we wouldn't have even seen him coming. All right, scanning for a heartbeat, nothing left. It's a 1v4 situation. This is going to be a hard fight no matter what. However, if we play this fast, if we play this right, we can get some knocks and use the circle damage to our advantage. I would imagine on the next SOS building. That's exactly what I would assume. Now, we got to be careful. We're staring at nothing for way too long. We could get clapped from so many windows. Yep. And now we're just sitting here. They know exactly where we're at. We're just sitting here waiting. Coming up the staircase. We're trying to bail off the roof. They're going to be holding multiple angles. Right. They're going to be holding multiple angles. They're not going to send all 4 of their teammates up there to kill us. All right, they're coming, baby. He's trying to suppress with a nade. Now, this is where you need to get a pick. You need to turn around and ego challenge one of these assholes, because as you're running around, again, you're going to keep running into different enemies. They're not pushing you together. You need to take them out one at a time. All right, so as he's fighting, he wasn't a 1v1 situation. It's a hard fight to win for anyone, and he could have played it perfectly and still gotten destroyed. That's just how BRs go. But as he's getting chased, we notice that the enemies are parked up at SOS, another SOS building, and he's playing his ass off, trying to move in and out, trying to weave, trying to get away from the enemies, and he did a pretty decent job of it. The issue was the fact that the moment we were down that long hallway at the very top of the staircase, when he was spamming nades, he should have looked and tried getting a pick. When you guys are running and running and running and running, eventually that team will collapse on you and they will kill you. So go ahead and take advantage of the fact that 1 or 2 are chasing, try to get a knock, try to get a second, take that 1v4 to 1v3 or 1v2, and that will be a lot easier to play, especially with those buildings and all the routes we can kind of go to outplay the enemy. He really could have busted his ass to outplay that situation. But guys, thank y'all for watching. Kind of a crazy game. It's not every day we can spectate hackers. Again, normally the hackers come at the end of the match. We were actually able to spectate one for a pretty decent long time. But again, that's Warzone for you. That's just how it is. That's how it's always going to be. For those of you with hopes of an anti-cheat, just let it go. Just let it go. It ain't ever going to happen, bro. They're making money. It is what it is. If you don't like the hackers, move on to a new game. If you don't mind the hackers, let's just keep enjoying this clusterfuck of a video game that we call Warzone. But guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it. Let's get this video to 1,000 likes. Also, subscribe to the channel today. And until next time, you have a good one. And good luck out there. You're going to need it.